joining us today. We're really excited to tell you a little more about Titmouse and the Titmouse Foundation and some of our programs that we have here. I'm Laura Allen. I'm one of the producers at Titmouse and was also a mentor with the Titmouse Foundation. We have Shannon P. on our panel, who is the VP and co-founder of Titmouse. We have Rachel Ashley, who's the head of artistic and production recruitment. We have Jesse Ornelius, who is one of our mentees with the character design. We have Catherine Yo, who is a production mentee. And then last we have Ace Tang, who is also a mentee. Cool. So we'll start with Shannon. I know everyone here is probably familiar with Titmouse, but do you want to tell us a little more about the Titmouse Foundation?
Yes, hi everyone, and I really thank you for this great turnout. You guys are amazing, and also all of our artists are amazing, so I'm so glad this exists, this Lightbox. But yeah, I started the foundation because, we were doing shows that had diversity in it, but we were always trying to find diverse talent, and there was a lack of it, and when COVID hit, and you all know what happened during COVID and horrible stuff, and I just thought, okay, we had a foundation kind of set up when we helped an artist, indeed, and I just had to focus it on like education and getting more diversity in the animation industry, and Leah was already kind of doing it for women, so I wanted to open it up for more diversity, and so I opened up more to women and everybody, just pretty much everybody that is not represented as much. So, and I felt like when I finished school, I had debt, and that was really hard, and I wanted to make sure that I can get folks to not have debt when they get out of school, which college is really important, I think, in animation. If you can really stick it out, it's a great way to meet people, and so the foundation helped that. And so that's really why we started, my husband and I started it, and pandemic was so depressing, so I wanted to put something in the world at that time.
Rachel, do you want to tell us a little bit about the Titmouse Mentorship and the internship program?
Yeah. So I'm, as Laura said, the head of recruitment at Titmouse, but I also oversee the Titmouse Mentorship, and then we have a production internship. So the production internship is full-time, it's not artistic, it's 40 hours a week. You're really basically just like a production assistant intern. And then separately, we have an artistic mentorship program. It's open to all. You do not need to be a student. I specifically designed it for people who either never went to college, like Jesse was talking about, or like are graduated and have been looking for work for a while, just like haven't been able to break in. So the only rule is you have to be over 18 to apply. And basically to get assigned an art director or like a supervisor at Titmouse, and they give you like fake assignments, and you get to be a part of a team, you get to attend all the meetings, but you're not doing any actual real work. It's all educational, you can make mistakes, you can mess up, and that's perfectly fine. It's just so you can see how it functions, like how an animation show is made, and you make friendships, and last semester the mentees did like movie nights and D&D campaigns, and it was really cute. So we have really cool programs.
Well, let's hear a little bit from the mentees as well. Do you want to start, Ace, and tell us a little bit about your experience?
Hi. My experience has been really great so far. I think the thing that sets Titmouse Foundation apart from like other scholarship programs is that it feels very personal. Like I've been able to have like a really personal relationship with Shannon and with a lot of people within Titmouse, so I feel like it's not just like money just being tossed to me. It's like, oh, here, you can afford school, but it's also like, I feel so much more secure in knowing that I have a very good support system that I can lean on in case I ever feel lost or I have a question about something, and especially, going out into the industry, it's nice to have. college, and also things like supplementary courses for production, which I was really interested in. My dream was to become a producer. And not only that, but I have gotten an internship with DreamWorks, and having the scholarship really helped me make moving down to LA a lot more feasible, so I really, really appreciate it. And of course, a big part of getting this scholarship is also we got assigned a mentor. So I was super lucky because my amazing mentor is Laura. And for me, having a mentor is just so important. I highly encourage it for all of you guys because it makes your goals just feel so much more within reach to have someone that advocates for you, who's in the industry and can teach you all about their knowledge and their experiences. So yeah, I'm just like super grateful.
Jesse?
Right. I don't know, like the school thing, I think the biggest part of my whole time at the mentorship was crazy. It seemed so not real to me most of the time. I met so many people, I got so many reviews, and it was crazy the whole time because I'm always in my room alone drawing, thinking I'm getting better, and I can see that I'm not getting better. You don't really know it until somebody points out things to you. So I think if anybody has the chance, just try a mentorship, and the fact that you don't need to be in school is perfect. But my whole time at the mentorship, the whole time I was at the mentorship, every week actually, I learned something new, I got a new critique, and once they pointed out, yeah, that's my word. Once they pointed out, it's like, I see it all the time. Like the biggest thing I took away was drawing all the way through, like I knew that, but then once my mentor Jake Reeves, he pointed out, like, oh, you should do it right here too. I was like, I didn't even think about doing that until you said it, and but it leveled me up a lot doing mentorship. If I could do it again, I would do it again. And then again after that.
Yeah. So,
Oh, what's on the screen? Can they see it?
It's right
Okay.
there.
This is my final presentation that we did. I did like different styles. A lot of people say like when people go to reviews to show your range. So I did 3. Like the left one is my style, which is kind of like a sketchy people style. And then I did common side effects, which during my mentorship was like just coming out super popular. I loved it. And then studio, like I love studio. So I just wanted to, for my final thing, I wanted to show my different like variety and make it kind of take my birthday. That's just it.
cool. Yeah, and so you mentored with Jake, who is an art director at Titmouse.
Yeah.
And I'll speak a little bit as a mentor. You know, it was really rewarding to get to watch, you know, to work with Catherine, and she's now at DreamWorks, and so that's fun to see. Is there anything specific about your mentor that you want to talk about?
Yeah, he's good at jiu-jitsu. Hopefully he's not very times, but I think he would point out this sometimes I would do the same thing, and he would point it out, and I was like, don't give me an armbar, man, and we were just laugh about it, but no, he's so knowledgeable, not just character design, but background painting, everything. I didn't know anything about background painting until I was Titmouse, and I fell in love with it, and he told me what I should do, and he gave me like one of those, and he just knowledgeable on every single kind of thing. I think it's a great lot of work to me.
You got a cubicle, you got to sit amongst the
Oh
staff.
yeah, the cubicle, yes, I guess I kind of really, but it's crazy also being in the cubicle. Like it's, you do the cubicle, you do corporate, and it's like non-corporate, you're doing everybody's drawing, and everybody's giving you feedback, and you just turn around and you just ask somebody for like a page, and it's like everybody's just growing, it's crazy to talk about. I feel like everybody's just trying, at least try to get in. I can't even explain it. Like, you see them talking about it, you won't know until you get there. Just people feeding off each other, helping each other get better, or tips everywhere. Or just ask. It's fun. Cubicles are fun too. People don't like that. I like my cubicle. Here's my name.
And then Ace, you had a couple of mentors.
So my first mentor, I think we were both pretty busy, but I remember first meeting we had when we looked at my portfolio, he gave me so many like great tips. I had Will Nichols as my mentor for character design, and he gave me so many tips that I still think about like to this day about like posing characters. Like I used to have just characters posing in space, and he was like, "Oh, why don't you add like an environment or something to your illustrations to give more story, or have the characters posing in a way that shows more of their personality and not just make it look good, because character design is really all about telling a story and not just having a character like stand there and look pretty." And this last year, I had CJ Walker as my mentor, and I think the most interesting part about that is that I did my mentorship in background design, which I had never done before that. So I was truly just diving in blind, having never done backgrounds, really mostly having done character. I used to be very guilty of drawing characters in a like really, you know. And so I was like, I want to draw more backgrounds. I want to make my illustrations look nicer. So might as well dive straight into it. And it was really fun just learning the ways in which you have to think in order to be a background designer. And I think through that mentorship, I realized that background design for me is very much similar to character design. You're dressing up an environment, you're dressing up a room, like you're dressing up a character. It's kind of similar, and it's made me really want to do it and pursue it. So yeah, that's definitely something that I probably would have never found out if I didn't do the mentorship.
Oh, cool. So we talked a little bit about the scholarships and the mentorship. Shannon, what is the current goal for the Titmouse Foundation?
First, I want to make a shout out to Sky, who's also another person who's got scholarship awardee as well. She's right there. I also want to say what you're seeing here is Rachel really set up this cool thing where all our shows, after they've aired, we're able to use them as tasks for the mentors and also for the mentees at the foundation. So a lot of times they're taking work that shows that we have made and we get approval to do that. So we're showing you stuff that was on Mars Machina, and Chow, and this is Mao Mao that Laura actually produced. And Laura actually just finished producing Digman, which is on Comedy Central. And then now she's doing another thing, Secret, is that Element?
It's announced.
Oh, it's announced. That is on Adult Swim, and that's with Rebecca Sugar.
Ian Jones, Cordy, Pat McHale, and more.
And more, so that's really exciting. So Laura's a really amazing producer. I just want to give her some shout out. The next focus on the foundation is to do more, maybe some pilot programs, more, maybe open up the scholarships to more different high schools. Right now, I selected it for the High School of Art and Design in New York because I'm from New York, and so I love my New York peeps. So I'm really trying to keep New York people. That's what Ace is from, and Sky. So and then we went to San Jose Art University, Art, and that's where Catherine is gone, and we have two other folks that have scholarships. So we're going to open it up to more schools probably. I find that easier to go to the high schools that have people who are already interested in animation. So we're going to open that up. We're probably going to step down and have Ollie Green, who used to run Adult Swim, who's not there anymore, is now going to run the foundation, so she'll really take over and make it a little bit more stronger. I feel it's been a real hard time getting a part-time job, and is that Warren? Oh my God. There's Warren! Sorry, Warren used to be Titmouse on Middle Lockwood as an animator, and I love him. Hey! Sorry. Yes, that's kind of what we're going to do. We're going to get someone more full-time, which obviously is going to be more full-time, a little bit more focused, and get some more ideas, some more programs set up. So that's our future.
Great. And how can you stand out as an applicant if you're applying for the program?
You just be yourself. You really just kind of have this, we have this application program where you are submitting your portfolio, your hardship, and yourself. and who you are as a person. So it's those three things, and we have a board team that chooses it, so about like 8 of us, and it's so hard just even in general, picking inside one to everybody, so that's really what it is, that's how you do it.
So in addition, we also have the Titmouse Mentorship Program. Rachel, how do you apply for that?
So we have spring and summer semester. You can apply, it's actually going to open this December for spring 2026, so you have some time to prepare. And we do get a lot of applicants. I'm going to be super transparent. I think we had like 3,000 last semester, but that's to step up your game when you apply. Desire to
How should step up their game?
to step up your game. Well, one, I would say, look at the artwork that Titmouse makes, look at the shows that you want to work on at Titmouse, and that'll give you an idea of like the kind of things you might want to have in your portfolio. But also keep thinking your personal stuff. Like I know a lot of younger people love like horror stuff right now. Keep doing your horror thing, but then also have work in your portfolio that's like trending, kind of relevant to the industry. Titmouse is working on a lot of anime right now. We're working on a lot of things that are more like grounded, kind of like our Love Death and Robots episode. Cozy Proposition, and I met Jesse at Lightbox, and that's how we like officially made our first like introduction to each other. And I remember him when he applied to the programs. I recognized his work and connected it to his face. So that's another way to like networking with people.
Cool. Let's go back to the mentees. What's like a highlight that you took from the experience, the like best part of the experience that you had?
For me, I would say it's definitely the people. Like I really love meeting you, Laura and Shannon, and everyone at Titmouse. I really loved our LA adventure last year. So all the recipients, we went to tour the studio. We met all the amazing people there, and I feel like community and animation is super important, and I really loved meeting everyone. And we recipients ourselves, I feel like we are forming a little community as well. We have a little Discord, and we check up on each other every now and then. So I think it's definitely the people.
Yeah, same. It's like I said before, like being alone, like just running in the darkness, and then going to this, just meeting a bunch of people, and then everybody's like like-minded. You hang out with everybody after your mentorship is done. And right now, me and also, right now, a bunch of the other mentees we're working on, like I would say a student animation, and we're kind of also the same way doing it in Discord, just bouncing ideas off each other, and doing things we weren't usually doing. Like, we're all doing character design, but now we're doing storyboards, so we're all learning from each other. I think that's a really good part of it.
My answer is going to be the same, so so sorry, I'm not gonna say anything unique. But I do also think that like the people were really the highlight. And also opportunities like this. Like the reason why I'm at Lightbox right now is thanks to Titmouse and getting the opportunity to meet people like you were in the room, and people, not just people who are in the industry, but people who are also aspiring to become, artists working, making art to make money, It's been really great talking to people who share my goals, who share my interests, who come from like all around the world, and not just like my little pocket of, I think, 8 million people. Don't call New York City. It's also given me like really great resources that I've also been able to just share with people. Like I am the event manager for the WIA FIT Student Collective. If anyone is in yeah. Recently I had CJ Walker come in as a guest speaker, so I had my former mentors come in as a guest speaker, and yeah, so it's a really great way for me to also help my community and give back to people who have done a lot to kind of bring me to where I am today.
Cool. Rachel, what are the benefits? Why should people apply to the program?
You get to, like I said, you get to go to the studio. It's 2 days a week, so you're literally sitting amongst like the other artists. The art director will come by and like, what are you working on? And a lot of the Titmouse mentees would like look over the shoulder of artists working and be like, what is that? And they put the links and show me what you're doing. And that alone is like super beneficial, just being there and being able to talk to them. And I would say the goal for the mentees is that you're, enhancing your technical skills, learning how to be an artist on a show, but meeting people who will say nice things about you later, so that when they come to me and I'm like, were they a good mentee? And they go, yes, you should hire them. I can say that to other managers. So honestly, half of it is just meeting people and networking, and it's not about meeting Shannon, the big boss, to be like, yeah, Shannon, we're gonna hire you. It's about meeting just like all the artists who are gonna work with you in the future, which Shannon is lovely as well, but like, you don't need to meet like the highest person at the company to get a job. I think people misunderstand if they say like, oh, it's who you know. It's like, yeah, it's the people at the studio, not like the top of the studio.
I don't really do the hiring when you do, so.
Shannon, do you have any other advice for?
I mean, it's a hard industry right now. I mean, I'm just gonna be straight out. Like, it's a bit of a hard time for Titmouse. I mean, we're doing fine, but in general, there's definitely like a downswing, but it always will go up. So you still stay positive. You guys stay as yourselves, stay as a community, do your own stuff. I mean, my recommendation is you can form some. I mean, I think there's a studio here that might be forming their own studio. Go for it. Like, make your own cartoons. Like, you have so many more tools now than you did when I started. I started at Plastic Jupo and then went from there we did Titmouse, but we didn't even, they were happy that we were taking over their work and they're doing all Rugrats. And so I feel like if you kind of do your own stuff, that's a big plus. I mean, I know it's hard with storyline and eat much. I definitely, have a hard time in the beginning, but I look back and I'm like, oh, I miss those days because it's really hard. I mean, hard sometimes is good.
I think that's one of like the great things about what you're doing is that you're letting people have an opportunity to do some of their own stuff, because at some point you kind of get plugged into the industry and you're doing character designs for another person's show, and this gives you an opportunity to kind of, try it out.
I mean, you definitely want to work at a studio just to get a vibe and to get the skills and stuff, and you also want to get paychecks, so it's definitely helpful. But if it's a slow time, yeah, I know working Starbucks sucks, but then you can do your own animation. So it's just, it's just kind of what it is right now. I'm always very blunt. That's the problem, but it's kind of
And what did you all think about, I think things have changed a little bit in the industry since, we're doing a lot more work from home. Did you feel like, as mentees, you still got a lot of opportunity to meet with people? Did you maybe get more opportunity to meet with people because you could hop on a Zoom or?
So a lot of my opportunities were, I think, online, mostly because animation still isn't as big on the East Coast as it is in the West. But I think Shannon still did a really good job in giving me opportunities to come out here and experience some things. As I said before, we got a tour of the Arrtx studio, but I also toured the New York studio, but also Shannon put a lot of effort into making sure that the mentors that I got were based in the East Coast, so we could actually meet up in real life and see each other, and also get connected with other artists from the East Coast. So thanks to CJ, I know a bunch of other people who are working in animation in the East Coast. We're small, but we're a pretty tight-knit community, so once again, I think it all comes back to community. So yeah.
I met tons of people, and social media is, I documented my whole mentorship, and I think I'm meeting a lot more people online than person. I still meet people in person, but online, people are like, oh, I saw your mentorship at Titmouse, and how was it? And we start talking about that. Like here today, I think I met like 5 or 6 people who said that they watched my video about doing it every week. On Instagram, I'll post a story about me, Titmouse, or I'll show like the bands you guys have in the lobby, or the D&D room, and people love it. So I think I haven't met too many people because I live up northern California, so nobody does in my area does art. So online, I just meet tons of people.
You drove every week.
Yeah, every week.
I have to say that.
5 hours. Yeah, but it's fun. I love it. And I told Chris, man, I was like, I would do it again because it's like Disneyland. It was fun.
I was worried. I was like, are you sure you want to learn that for? And he did.
I also agree. I think the internet and Zoom and such has really given us an opportunity to make things like coffee chatting and finding mentors a lot more accessible. Because I was in San Jose when I did my mentorship with Laura. I've also done a mentorship with Blizzard, and my mentor was all the way in Irvine, I believe. And I've done coffee chats with people who are like in LA and all over the place, and it's just super great. And like, there were a couple of people when I was volunteering yesterday at the DreamWorks booth. They were asking me like, oh, you know, I live in the Midwest, and it's like really hard because we don't have a giant like animation industry there. And so I told them, you know, if you go on LinkedIn and get that virtual coffee chat going, you can connect with a lot of people, and then hopefully people can come down to Lightbox and meet them in person.
Shannon, is there anything from when you first started that you know inspired you to do the foundation? Like, did you have a mentor? Or?
Did not actually. Well, I guess maybe Kelly Cruz. I forced like questions on how to do the function. Kelly Cruz, who works at Cartoon Network. I guess she was kind of a mentor, but wasn't like official. I didn't have any official mentors. I did. You know, Chris, my husband, was really like a mentor as well. My husband had sons out here, but he was in the industry already for like 10 years before me, so I think he really taught me a lot about producing and being just yourself. And before I worked at Titmouse, I was also a photo retoucher for celebrities, and it was really vain. And he taught me how to just be myself, and that's really the best thing to do. And a lot of times I had a lot of challenges because a lot of women were kind of competing with each other in animation, and I just was like, why? That's so silly. Like, what's all going on? Like, it's just for making cartoons. And that was Chris's line. And I like that line. It's true. Just making cartoons is not her surgery, or it's not touching it anymore, you know, oh, she's gonna look bad. Like, it was just such a different vibe from when I had one thing. So I think that was really helpful. I like getting mentors because I kind of wish I did have a mentor. I might not have. Again, I look back on it, it was amazing, but at the same time, I'm really stressed out all the time. I think I got an ulcer, you know, you just get all these things that you have. If I had a mentor, I might have not as suffered so much physically, and mentally, but I'm okay now, I'm surviving, so I'm getting back in a way that I think is really helpful. And I really want to tell the people that are starting their studios or whatever, like, hey, do this. Like, I did all the lawyering stuff myself, so I learned how to read the contract. Because I couldn't afford a lawyer, so it's just, I learned a lot on my own, and I think that's really how that's how I think why we became the way we are, just to prove ourselves.
Great. How about you, Rachel? Did you have a?
No, I didn't have a mentor either. This is something I've thought about lately a lot because it's my first time in kind of a more like leadership role. And I've discovered that like finding a mentor is not about being like, will you be my mentor? It's more like finding someone that kind of sees themselves in you and wants to like help you. They're like, oh, you're me. I want to help you achieve your goals. And sometimes that's your peers. Like I feel like some of my mentors, although I haven't really had one, the people that have helped me the most are the women from like Riot Games who are also recruiters, and we talk about our career paths and things like that. So same as Shannon, I'm like, well, now I'm going to give back and I'll be a mentor to women. So I'll be a mentor last semester through the Titmouse mentorship and stuff like that. But yeah.
Great. How are we doing?
Let's keep going. Yeah.
Or you want us for questions?
Should we switch
Yeah.
over to some question?
Anyone ask a question?
Q&As, we've got,
Titmouse plushie.
yeah, we've got a little plushie for you. I think if we could come to
Bring it
this,
to the blue. Bring
line
it.
up with the microphone, or no?
Oh, sorry.
I heard that there's like a lot of PA, like a production kind of mentor also. So a lot of it seemed to be about like what y'all talked about via art, and specifically wanted to know how that works in the current production pieces, and if that only applied to scholarships, or was it also outside of school?
There's two, yeah, so there's the Titmouse production internship, and that's actually through TV Academy, so it's like a union internship, and you have to apply through TV Academy, and then separately, Laura mentored in production if you want to fill that.
Yeah, so I mentored Catherine through the Titmouse Foundation mentorship program, and I'm, as a producer, it was a production mentorship, and it was really good. Catherine was in the middle of making a film, so I feel like it was really wonderful to watch the film come to fruition as we were, meeting weekly and talking about schedules and budgets and breakdowns and all the things needed to make the film. But I'll let Catherine, do you have any?
Yeah, so like for production mentorships, something that I think we did that was really fun was we did kind of like a mock project. Like I asked Laura, like as a producer, what are the spreadsheets that you work with, like, and what are the programs that you use? And we made like a little list because we're producers and we love to organize. And we made like a little list of like the things that we wanted to go over. And I remember you showing like the waterfall schedule and then like doing like budgeting and what program we use, and it was just really cool. So I think if you're ever doing like a production mentorship, that's like something you can do. It's like mock assignments.
Yeah, we pulled, kind of in the same vein of the tests that the art mentors do, we pulled like a couple pages from Futurama or something, like a script that was online, and then we broke it down and we budgeted it.
Okay, I'll let Laura.
Oh,
You pick them and I'll throw after they, I'll throw, you pick.